Hi, everybody. It is May the 26th, and I heard something really interesting on the radio today that really kind of touched home with me, especially considering so many people are getting back to work and more people are out engaging in, fun stuff again. And even like my school district that my kids go to, not that I work for, has sent out a survey to say, okay, in thinking about going back to school in the fall, here are your thoughts. And it kind of harkened me back to uh I don't know, a little while ago I did one on, like how confusing this all is, what's the right thing to do? I mean, there's a side for everything. You should do this, you shouldn't do this, and so forth. And so on the radio, basically, I appreciate this. Said, there's no easy, it's this way or that way. There just isn't. And it really is almost everybody has their own um, needs and circumstances when it comes to, what's going on in the world with COVID and should we get back into the swing of things and, what's good for the country and all this. So there's so many different factors, and people are doing what they think is best for themselves and for their needs and, and for the community. And so the people on the radio just said, when dealing with people, just show grace. Because I've seen a lot of judgment, a lot of like, well, you're stupid if you don't think. And so grace, and I mean, we know what grace is. In the Old Testament, the children of God had to live under the law. Now, under Jesus, we live under grace. And, we use that word a lot, amazing grace. How sweet the sound. But what does it mean? So I came to the dictionary. If God's putting grace on my heart, I want to know some specific definitions. That's kind of like, I like words like that. And some of the ones that I thought could apply to dealing with other people is courteous goodwill. Just assume people are doing what they think is right. Um, Free unmerited favor of God. That's kind of the Christian one. The condition or fact of being favored by someone. If you favor somebody, you too will react and do what's best for somebody else. Um, Interesting, but like a period officially allowed for payment or sum or compliance to be granted a special favor. And I know that's a money one, but it still has that idea of giving somebody a special favor. Again, so much thinking of other people. Um, to do honor or credit to someone. So there's a lot to be said by giving grace to people during this time. And I really think that's what God would want us to do. I don't think he ever wants us to just, go after somebody. And I've heard stories about, violence because of masks. And it's like, people just, if you operate under grace, then you're in God's will. And I think that's what we should strive to be. A little more of trying to understand. I'm doing what I can do, you do what you can do, and hopefully we can all keep each other safe and happy and move on. And so just kind of think of these things because there's still a lot of decisions to be made and a lot of things to go on. And God is a huge part of how we do what we do. And just remember, people are, especially if you're a Christian, people are looking at you and going, okay, yeah, you're a Christian and you would treat or say or do. If you treat people with grace, you're always good. Well, not always. You'll probably still get yelled at, but you're doing what God would want you to do. So that's where I am today, trying to learn to display a little grace towards others in this time. And that's right where God is, because I'm sure that's what he would want me to do.